Yeah, as you see the tension that I have, I look so tensed. It's because I'm waiting for my driving test. It's cold. It's -3 degrees out here and a bit snowy. So let's see how it goes. I've been doing my driving test how many times? This is the 4th time since the year started, and I've not been hacking it. Like, you know, I scored everything in the theory test. I did all my lessons and all that, but tension. I don't know, like, how it will go. I'm just waiting. In the next 5 minutes I'll be receiving a phone call to get in there at the test center. It's over there, and yeah, so I hope all will go well. Like, in my life, that I've really tried, like, you know, there are very few things that I have failed. Like, I have been working hard, but this one thing, it has just been tough. I've failed like how many times? You know, this is 3 times, so it's the 4th time I'm coming for the test. I don't know, like, let's see how it goes. So today, I actually passed my test. So yeah, I was very nervous because, you know, every time that I was coming, you know, I was failing. Like, this was the first test that I'm taking, and a test is 85 euros all the time, and you have to wait for another 3 months. You know, like, that's just part of the challenges. Like, I've been waiting for almost 3 years. You know, I was required every time to drive with a fully licensed driver with me, and I can't go to the motorway, you know. Yeah, so driving is quite a pain in terms of, you know, the expenses. I think so far it has costed me like 1,000 euros. So yeah, so that's what happened, and here I am. Good. Of this, when you pass certificate of competency, and yeah, so that's, you can see my name over there, and this is when the test was done. So yeah, so at least I'm happy. At least one thing off. So when it comes to transport, public transport, so you see there's a guy there with a bike. So there are options. You can use a bike, you can use a car, you can use the bus, you can use the train. So it depends with what means is closer to you. But, you know, most people will prefer to drive because, you know, Ireland is very wet and it's not connected by bus everywhere, especially like very rural places. Some bus stops will be very far. So then that makes a lot of people, you know, wanting to drive. You know, it's just 5 p.m. and it's already dark, as you can see. And that's why I had to buy a car. Like, you know, especially when you have a family, it's so tough to use the bus. You can't go everywhere with the bus. You know, you have a kid. He wants to go have some fun. The playground is in a place where there's no bus. I've been failing these tests, and then, you know, what that meant is that I have to be driving with a fully licensed driver all the time, and it has been very stressful to me. The driving test is like one of the most difficult ones, especially for, you know, when you come from, you know, like some of us already came in with bad driving habits. So it's very difficult because, you know, it's very strict. It's very strict. Actually, when I passed the test, I joked that I graduated with a PhD in driving, because you know, that guy has just given me the way to go, and I'm just looking for a place here, spot to park. Yeah, it's very tough, like, you know, it's very tough. I'm buying here some unga, so let me just park over here. Just hold on here, just a little bit. Yeah, so this is the place where we normally come to buy African food and Asian food. So yeah, I was talking about the driving thing. You know, driving is very, 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 very tough. Just to get a full driving license, it's very tough. It's a very... Thank you. Somebody has... Thank you. Yeah, so it's very, very tough to get a full driving license. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to start with the theory classes. So not even classes, you buy revision materials. Then after buying revision materials, you read, then you sit a theory test. You have to pass the theory test at least with 38 points out of 40. Then you have to take your lessons for you know, as you wait within a period of 6 months. Taking your lessons, one lesson can cost you average of 40 euros. So you have to take 12 lessons. So 12 lessons, that's 480 euros. And just to remind you, it's 5 p.m. Right now it's 5 p.m. This is winter, and you know, this is how it looks like, gloomy, 5 p.m. The sun already sets at around 4 p.m. So if you can easily get into depression if you are not keen on taking care of yourself. So then after the lessons, then you have to, you know, first of all, once you do your theory, you pass your theory, you get your learner permit. And the theory test will cost you around 45, and the learner permit will cost you around 50 something. I don't remember so well. Then also the revision materials will cost you, the app costed me 13 euros on Google Play Store. And a book, I don't remember, 7 euros, 9 euros, I don't remember so well how much the book costed me. And then the lessons were around 38 to 40 per lessons, 12 lessons, is like roughly 480. Then after you're done with the lessons, that's after 6 months, that's when you're allowed to take your theory test. Your practical test. You book a test. So you go to a testing center for the practical. And that is where now the issues come in. Like, it becomes very tough to pass, you know. It becomes very tough to pass, like, you know, it's especially you come from a place where you're just driving automatic cars, then here most of the cars are manual cars. It becomes difficult, you know, because it's a new thing. Most of the cars are manual, and when you get a license on an automatic car, you cannot drive a manual car. But if you get a license on a manual car, you can drive an automatic car. So each test costs you at around 85 euros. So myself, I did 3 tests, and as you can just see here, like, you know, yesterday, just finishing another test that I eventually passed. So there are people who pass in their first attempt, and there are those ones like us. Some of us will make like almost several attempts before they pass. So yeah, so that is how it goes. Like, total, I'll tell you, I'll do the math for you, just to give you an average of how much it costed for me to get the driving license, like the total cost. But it's very convenient. Like, there's nothing like you know, having a full, nothing can beat having a full driver's license. Like, the convenience, you know, the buses here, they don't go on an ad hoc timetable. They have a timetable, and, you know, they don't go with your timetable. You see, like, when you want to go somewhere urgently and you need the bus, you have no option, you see. So that is just a problem. So in the next video, I'll just break down those costs so that you can know how much it costed me to get a full driving license in Ireland.